Good morning. Good morning, YouTube. HOODMONK here. All right, I want to talk about culture, or black culture. I hear this term thrown around quite a bit, and it annoys me. It fucking annoys me. What black culture? What the fuck does that mean? What is black culture, and what does it mean, and who's defining it? What Whenever I'm watching some media event or newscast or whatever, and they talk about black culture or what's going on in black culture or the fuckery that comes out of black culture, I get annoyed and I get offended because that's one of the many problems of the black community is that we really don't have a centralized culture. There is none. It's non-existent. Let's look at this definition of what culture is. Okay, all right. I'm getting this from I guess Wikipedia. All right, a culture is a way of life of a group of people, the behaviors, beliefs, values, and symbols that they accept, generally without thinking about them, and that are passed along by communication and imitation from one generation to the next. Okay, so let me get this straight. So let's be honest. The black community is fucked up. And let me rephrase that. There's no such thing as a black community. It's a black collective. And I'll go into the definition of a community. And you tell me whether or not the black collective meets that criteria once I read it to you. But so with that said, I'm going to just call the black community, quote unquote, the black collective. Okay? Alrighty. So let me read this again. A culture is a way of life of a group of people, the behaviors, beliefs, values, and symbols that they accept, generally without thinking about them, and that are passed along by communication and imitation from one generation to the next. Okay, so all of this bullshit that's going on in our communities right now, that's just these are behaviors, beliefs, values, and symbols that we just accept, right? And we accept them without thinking about them, right? Okay. How can any black person with a fucking brain just accept that and not get offended when someone throws this black culture moniker in our faces? I would be fucking offended. I am offended. I'm always bothered and annoyed when I hear this shit. And it's the media on the other side that they promote and put this bullshit out there. We don't have a culture. That's one of the problems of the black community. Or I'm sorry, let me back that up. Black collective. There is no fucking culture. There's no system of, if we're going to have a value system that's generally accepted, and we as a group collectively we accept, we practice, we espouse, and we pass these things on. Tell me what the fuck they are. And where and why are they not present at the moment? That's a rhetorical question. I know the reasons why, but I'm just throwing that out there because I want you to think about that. When you look at what's going on in the black collectives, you look at any hood across America. Most hoods, there's some that are better than others. But you look on YouTube and you can see what the fuck is going on. So this bullshit, this thug culture, this these black queens who are, twerking and having, all of these kids out of wedlock. The 70% out of a wedlock birth rate, single parent headed homes. Yeah, this is our culture. This is what we accept and what we pass on, and we generally accept these things without thinking about them. Are you fucking serious? No wonder the black collective is so fucked up and in the sorry state that it is in. We need to acknowledge this. We need to reject this moniker, this thing that, or what the other side, the moniker that they put on black people and are assigning them a culture that is not a culture. And this name or this thing that they're trying to assign to us, we need to reject, and we need to do it in the most bombastic, belligerent, and blunt way possible. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Whatever culture we decide to accept, it has to be something that is positive, something that promotes. What word am I looking for? Something that promotes the positive, creative, intellectual, pioneering aspects of our communities once they've been established. That's not going on. We don't have a culture. We have chaos and fuckery. That's what we have. And this is my first YouTube, and there will be many more. But and I'm sorry that I'm kind of a bit harsh here, but it bothers me. I just had to. I had to respond to this bullshit that I keep hearing about black culture. There is no fucking such thing as black culture. There is, a kinship that black people here in America have, a common experience, but, there are no traditions that we follow collectively as a people. They've tried to introduce that bullshit Kwanzaa. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, really. We don't. There just isn't a set, or common set of principles or beliefs or value systems that we follow as a monolithic group. Black people are some of the most non-monolithic people on the planet. And if we were of one mind, of one accord, we gathered around some type of belief or value system, we would be able to push back and curb a lot of the bullshit that you see. A lot of the bullshit that's going on. Now, as I promised, I'm going to read the definition for community. And I've got it pulled up here on Wikipedia. It's a little short, little blurb here. Community. A group of people living in the same place or having a particular characteristic in common. A feeling of fellowship with others as a result of sharing common attitudes, interests, and goals. Okay. Let me reiterate that last part there. A feeling of fellowship. Wow. With others as a result of sharing common attitudes, interests, and goals. Okay, just let that sink in a little bit, marinate, and let it marinate. Now tell me, is that definition applicable to we as a people? Does that apply to us in any way? Do we fall into that definition? as a people, that, do we? I don't think we do. I don't think so. We are not a fucking community. We are a collective. We are a collective, okay? Now, if you disagree, post your, if you're pro, con, whatever, post your comments. Thumbs me up, thumb me down. I'll engage whomever in a dialogue via comments. One thing I pledge here right now, and if I ever slip or violate that, I want someone to check me. I will never, ever censor or delete comments, no matter how much I disagree or how fucked up or contrary to what I believe or what I'm asserting, or ridiculous. I feel that what you're posting or what you're saying is, I will not censor you. I will not delete. I will leave it there for the whole world to see. And again, if I ever violate that pledge, I want I want someone to check me on that. Okay. All right, HOODMONK, and I'm out.